The front page topic this week is T.I. the king of the South? Is he the real king of the South? So he just dropped a new video where he had dreads for like the last few years, right? And he went back to the clean cut that most of his fans are kind of familiar with, from when he was atop the game. So during that time, like he'd go around boasting that he was the king of the South, you know, and there was a lot of heavy hitters in the game, and so it just made me really think about Ti's impact and where y'all would and what y'all think about him always saying that he was the king of the South.
I think Ti kind of like he you got to market yourself in some type of way, and that's what he chose.
Yeah, so would like kind of expand on that.
I mean, I think it was a marketing scheme. I mean, like so Wayne was the best rapper alive. Um, Kanye was the quote greatest producer alive. Uh, you know, Ti was king of the South, and like those particular type of rappers had particular I guess I guess you would say descriptions of themselves. You see what I'm saying? Like what they call themselves.
Alter ego.
I wouldn't even say alter egos, just like they claim to fame. Like, what's your claim to fame? Oh, I'm the greatest rapper alive. What's your claim to fame? Oh, I'm the king of the South. So I think all them guys around that time kind of like had that, you know, that type of branding. And that's what he chose. I don't think he meant anything by it. I mean, T.I. was hot for a second. Like he was hot. He was hot. I ain't gonna lie. T.I. was super hot. Like super, super, super hot. Like from shit, Be Easy, 24s, and Motivation and ASAP, bring them out. Then he went to oh yeah, he had some hits.
Yeah, see,
He, he was hot, bro. He was hot, so he could have called himself that.
you feel like he could call himself the king of the South? Like that was accurate. See for me, I had to really sit down and really think about it. Like the South is a large like area, right? So we're talking like you'd have to have influence from like Texas all the way to Virginia, right? And so I had to really think about who had the most influence over that area for like the longest period of time. And that for me, that's where it kind of gets hard because I feel like Ti had that stature, but as far as like universally recognized across the South, I feel like the closest to it for me was probably Wayne in terms of like having respect, like, people in Virginia saying like this is like, the top, the top of the top from the South, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not really sure that Ti was really as hot in Virginia as he was everywhere else in the South, you know? And so like Lil Wayne for me, and then definitely like Outkast too. Like I feel like out like the peak of Outkast, like I feel like in stature, they had a higher peak. And so if we're talking about the Kings, like I don't know, I feel like those three might come up before Ti, but definitely Wayne for me. You know, if I had to say one rapper was the king of the South, I probably would say Wayne.
We, I think you're looking at this wrong. I think you looking at the South as in northeast, southwest. I think Ti was looking at South like the southern, like like culture areas. Like it's probably states in the South that are not southern, if that makes sense. So what I'm thinking he's saying is he likes to, or in the past, if I'm not mistaken, has taken the credit for inventing the term trap music because
Yeah,
he came out with that album in like 2000 or 2001, something like that. He was a man of the people for it, like the people or similar type areas that he grew up in. You get what I'm saying? He was saying
yeah,
he the king of that type of environment, his stomping grounds, which is he probably felt like, especially making ATL. If you looked at how he described like Cascades and all this, he probably looking at Atlanta as the South, the southern of the South. You know what I'm saying? Like
yeah.
the blackest or the whatever you however you want to think of it or describe it. He probably looking at it like this is the epitome of the South, and I'm the king around here. I hold it down. I look out for my people. I do this is what I do it for. Now,
Okay, according to that, do you feel like Ti lived up to that like the most, or
yeah,
was there another rapper?
yeah, I do. I feel like he did because for one thing, nobody called him out about it. He said, "I'm the king of the South," and not one person questioned or made him have to stand on it. You saying, "Oh, I think Lil Wayne is the king of the South," but at the beginning of the Top Back Freestyle on Drought 3, he is the king, ladies and gentlemen. That is my brother. Like he's showing his own respect because he might not have dominated or you know what I'm saying, been the top of the top his way. It's like for somebody to be like, all right, I'm the best offensive player on the in the whole Western Conference. You
Yeah,
know what I'm saying? And then it's another dude who like, well, not let's say he the best defensive player in the Western Conference, right?
yeah,
That would be Ti. And then you got somebody else who play defense as well, but they might be a little better because they are more offensive, well rounded. So in them, you know what I'm saying? Him showing him respect, like, hey, he the best defender. You know what I'm saying? Like he it might be debatable that he not even a better defender than me. You get what I'm saying? But out of respect, he want to call himself that. I'm okay with it because I know that I'm highly regarded as better and not just defensively. You get what I'm saying? That's how I'm looking at Wayne saying, yeah, Ti is the king of the South. Because I mean, we could say Andre 3000, but Andre 3000 hasn't done anything by himself solo outside of that double disc Outcast album where, excuse me, him and Big Boy did kind of their own thing, but to collaborate on. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Like, so that's why a lot of people question, a lot of people look at Andre 3000 like CP3, like the way Boogie Cousins look at CP3. A lot of people look at him like that. Like, what has he done? Like, I get it, he was good or whatever, but he ain't. What has he done? What has he shown? So, but back to this thing, when Phil was saying they claim the fame, I think I don't think it was a claim the fame thing. I think it was because rap was still a sport back then. It was still it was still rooted in competition one way or however much. You get what I'm saying?
yeah,
So think of it as like boxing. You know what I'm saying?
yeah,
Deontay the Bronze
A
Bomber
title,
Wilder.
a title would be a title. They had that was their title.
yeah,
But yeah, but I'm saying like I feel like it was more showmanship. You get what I'm saying? Like it
yeah,
was because they were in competition. So I don't, you know what I'm saying? And when I say alter egos, I guess I just really spoke too soon. Even though all of them do have alter egos. Jay-Z got Hove, T.I. got T.I.P. and T.I. or whatever else the king is, however you want, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Wayne got Tunchi and all this. Drake got Mr. Champagne or Champagne Poppy or Six God, you feel me? So like they all do have alter egos as well, but that wasn't what we were speaking about. So, you know what I'm saying? But I think it was just a part of showmanship, showing pride in who you are, what you represent, and you being able to say, I'm the best. Because it is rappers, like it is a multitude of rappers. It is a multitude of rappers from the South, but ain't none of them doing it like me. I'm the king. I'm better than all these. Anybody you can name. Andre, Big Boy, and also, if I'm not mistaken, I could have sworn that Ti had a Outcast or maybe not Outcast, UGK or at the very least a Bun B cosign when he first came out. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
So I think that has a lot to do with it as well, as far as people saying he's the king of the South. Because if you want to say people were bigger, shit, if that's the case, people can say Gucci Man might be the king of the South. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that ain't what it's about, though. It wasn't necessarily saying I'm literally the king of the South. I feel like that was just him, like, representing, you know what I'm saying? Like the bronze bomber, the Canadian cannon or some shit. I don't know what I'm trying to say, but I think that type of stuff left it open for you to step up. If you don't think I'm the king, show me. Because you can't do whatever you think you can do. I'm doing it. I done it, and I'm still doing it. I can do it again. I'm
Yeah.
this right here. This is stamped.
We
So
should
it ain't
take.
even no
Oh, my bad.
conversation. You got to show me,
Yeah.
and then we can get into that. But if ain't nobody gonna question it, if ain't nobody gonna make me stand on it, it is what it is. I said what I said.
Yeah. But see, people challenged him though. I mean,
Like who?
Wayne didn't necessarily challenge him for the King of the South, but T.I. got into, what I'm saying, his things with people, you know what I'm saying?
But if it wasn't about them being the king of the South, that's kind of irrelevant. If I say
Yeah.
I'm the king of Tuscaloosa, and then somebody from Birmingham come over here and he got beef for me because I cut him off in traffic, that ain't him challenging me because I'm the king of Tuscaloosa. That's just some separate shit.
So the ludicrous thing that he had, that wasn't really about stature. That was more about
It might have
just
been rap
rap.
skills.
Yeah.
I mean, it might have been about rap skills. I feel like it was more so respect in the rap game. But I don't think it was about skills. But at the same time, even when they was into it, when they had words, Luda ain't say you ain't. He didn't even. You don't even have to say I'm the king and you're not. Ain't nobody told him that he's not the king. To my remembrance.
Yeah.
And if somebody did, it was somebody who don't have no type of leg to stand on with that argument. Of course, if I'm from where it tipped from and I got a biased reason to say he not the king, whether it's emotional or rooted in facts or truth and reality or whatever, ain't none of his peers saying it. Nobody that was in competition with him saying it. So, you know what I'm saying? I feel like the only way we would take somebody who not in that world opinion serious about Ti is if they were like a truly diehard fan of him. I'm talking about like had all this. I'm talking about collected merch, autographs, went to every show, donated money, whatever. Got a tattoo of his face on his chest or some shit like that on the side of his face. That's the only way somebody outside of relevance can be relevant. And even still, that's just we can just chalk you up to being a crazed fan. Something wrong with you. You're being parasocial. Like, you get what I'm saying? So it ain't really nobody who can question it that was not in the industry or in the game. Or at the very least covering it heavily. You get what I'm saying? Like on the outside looking in. Like if you were somebody who was reporting on this type of stuff, like a Skip Bayless or something like that. You get what I'm saying? I'm not
Yeah,
saying Skip Bayless is respectable as far as what he's saying. I'm just saying, I'm just giving that as an example. Somebody who I would be like, you know what, this guy has some room to talk.
yeah,
I'm interested to see what Cloudy got to say though, because he older out of me and Phil, me, him, and Phil. So he would have a lot more brain capacity at the age when all this was going on. You know what I'm saying? Like we were a little bit younger, so we might not have perceived it the same way he perceived it. So I'm interested to see what he's saying.
He low key called me a unk, bro. You know what I'm saying? But it's all G. You heard?
why? Yeah,
Y'all heard that part?
yeah,
He said, you know what I'm saying? He might have a little bit more brain capacity because, you know what I'm saying? His hairline's already gray and shit. Yo, like real shit though, man. Like everything was valid. Only thing I would add to it though is I just challenge just little discrepancies in there because you know niggas in the comments to what Kane said to say that there was some pushback, kind of piggybacking off of what T said, but you know you kind of cleared that up because like he was challenged by Flip. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying? They even had a squabble in Flip's hood about that whole King of the South shit. T.I. pulled up, you feel me, caught the fade with Flip. From everybody's accounts, T.I. won, but he did kind of have some swole on the side of his face. But, you know, Flip really ain't have any camera appearances after T.I. showed up. So it was just assumed that Flip looked a lot worse than T.I. did. You know what I'm saying? Um, the the Ludacris thing, I don't think I think it subliminally was about the King of the South shit, but how they went about doing it, Ludacris did some bitch ass shit that the streets didn't rock with. He he basically Young Buck sent they were on a they were doing cameos on Young Buck Stomp, right? And Young
yeah,
Buck sent T.I. The song didn't even let them really know what who else was gonna be on the song. You see what I'm saying? So T.I. recorded his verse like in 30 minutes, bro. And then Young Buck sent that shit with T.I.'s verse on it to Ludacris. So Ludacris had sat on it for a lot more time and then did some real sneaky ass shit. And so he had that please stay off the TIP of my dick line. And so it was perceived that Ludacris had smashed on T.I., but you know, when the real story of it all came out, you know what I'm saying? So like there's been some pushback on it, but nothing of real substance, man. And when you look at how shit's played out to date, especially with like people's political involvement and everything, I don't really think you could dispute the fact that, you know, T.I. is the king of the South, man. I like what how Phil kicked it off and everything, you know, and how, you know, everybody's input is pretty valid, bro. Some people will say that, you know, maybe like old heads might mention, you know, people like UGK. It's really regional as far as the South is because, you know, Atlanta rappers don't have no jurisdiction over like a lot of shit happening in Texas or, you know, some parts of Tennessee or like Florida. And those are just as southern as anywhere in Georgia, bro. So, and, and a lot of those places still take offense to people in Georgia claiming to be, you know what I'm saying, any type of leaders of the South, especially out of Texas, bro, when really they been standing on their own shit. A nigga could just sell in Texas and be straight as Sauce Walker. You know what I'm saying? So Who's T.I. to say he the king of the South to somebody like that? You feel me? So those are just the only pushbacks I could see. And then Wayne, you know, when Wayne said he was the best rapper alive, bro. When a nigga said he was the king of the South. So, bruh, if you say I'm the best hooper in ninth grade, and I say that's cool, bruh, but I'm the best rapper in this whole school, that's kind of like me shitting on you, bro. It's like you saying, all right, I'm the king of the South. Me saying, like, bruh, I'm the king of the United States, nigga. What the fuck is that? Like, niggas was on that shit, bro. So here T.I. saying I'm the king of the South, bro. You got niggas like Cassidy, Wayne, and all these niggas out at the time. This nigga saying he the king of the South, like, yeah, and so, but see, the way Kane like cleared that up was it was at a time where a lot of competitiveness was going on in rap, though. It was a lot more competitive. You see what I'm saying? And y'all need to watch our other episodes for a little bit more insight as to where I'm coming from. But like nowadays, rappers are more influential than they were back then. They were more athletic back in the days. You know what I'm saying? So a statement like I'm the king of the South was thrown out there just to see who was gonna compete. You see what I'm saying? And some rappers did, and some rappers folded, just like how J. Cole did. That's why it's hard for him to get any respect right now, because niggas remember when he didn't want to come outside. You see what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, man, we could push on though, man. That was pretty solid on all aspects, man.
Yeah. Anything else on that? Or
I was gonna say something, but
yeah,
he fucked me up with that J. Cole line. I was like, yeah. I was
How you
gonna
feel
say
though? That was
when you
valid
know
though, right?
y'all remember, bro, when I had the topic, you know what I'm saying, what hip hop needs or what can make it better. This is what I was talking about, bro. Like it needs to be competitive again. And like I was talking to Phil before that, and I was telling him I was gonna bring up Benny the Butcher, but I didn't get to on the actual podcast. Benny the Butcher, I feel like I like Benny the Butcher, and I feel like the reason Phil probably like him too is because he raps like he's the best rapper in the game.
Mm.
Like he talks like it, like y'all niggas not fucking with me with this rap shit. And he's like, I don't know nobody else saying that besides, you know, Wayne might slip in a couple lines or something like that in a verse, but we know Wayne is past his prime. He just really probably doing this shit for fun, for real now at this point. Because what else can he accomplish, right? But I feel like that's probably the reason somebody like me or somebody like Phil likes Benny the Butcher, even though he's clearly not the best artist or the best. He probably not even the best rapper. The fact that he's got that hunger, that competitiveness, it's like you when you rapping it, you know what I'm saying? Like we used to rap stuff like I'm the best rapper alive since the best rapper then died. We used to rap stuff like that, and we used to feel like we was them saying that. Like we knew it was somebody else's song and we was rapping somebody else's lyrics. But when you a fan of somebody like that, and you know what I'm saying? It just kind of move you. You know what I'm saying? It just kind of give you a little type of energy, hype you up a little bit. And I feel like with the influencers now being the artists instead of the artists being influential, they don't compete no more. They just flex. Like they not
Hey,
competing over skill and who the best. They just flexing. That's their competition to see who can flex the hardest.
hey, can I add something to what Kane said? Because I felt that, and I also remember you asking a question, or we having a conversation about Griselda, bro, back when they was having a super crazy ass run in the game. It might have been right when they was signing to Shady or whoever they signed to, but you were asking me who I thought was the best member in the group, and I think I said West Side Gun, and you had said Benny the Butcher then, and this is like half a decade ago. You know what I'm saying? And I don't know who else out the crew you said fucked with West Side Gun. I don't think it was Phil. I forget, but I know you were solid on that Benny the Butcher, and how you just described him. that's what I think of the main gang over there in Griselda, West Side Gun, you know, even Conway. They rap with that type of confidence right there. And you know, it's not just that anybody in the game can do it. It's that the confidence those rappers rap with, it's authentic. You know they put in shots and you know they're in the gym putting up shots, bro. You see what I'm saying? You know it when you hear it. You see what I'm saying? And
And you know what else though? And you know what else, Cloudy? You can tell they love what they do, bro. You
facts.
can you can feel the passion in how in what they doing, bro.
That's why I used to love pulling up to the gym with y'all hooping at Tiki Church. That's why I used to love when Phil guarded me, bro. And they gonna guard me 94 feet out here, bro. Niggas ain't going into the studio like that no more, man. And you could tell, you could hear it in the music, man. You can hear it in the music.
All right, so we good. Swag.